Hey, I'm at Tuttle Creek State Park outside of Manhattan, Kansas. We've said before in some of our videos, I'm a freelance photographer and I cover football games at Kansas State University. So I'm here for the weekend so I can cover the game and be close. But I only have my Honda Accord. What's up with that? Well, let's dive in and we'll check it out. Hey, I'm Scott. Thanks for checking out this video. Sherry has another commitment this weekend, so I'm solo camping. So I know this video isn't going to be as good without her here, but I'll do my best. Why am I in just my Honda Accord and where is the Go? Well, I don't have a trailer hitch on this Honda Accord, first of all. But since I'm solo this weekend, I thought I would just see what I could pack in this and see if I have everything I need to sleep in the GOzeebo. Now, we've done another video about sleeping in the gazebo and it works great, but it's just gonna be me setting up the gazebo, sleeping in the gazebo by myself for 2 nights here at Tuttle Creek State Park. So let's pop open the trunk and see if I've brought everything. That's gonna be the fun part. Did I forget anything? Well, first of all, here's this Sinul, I don't know how you pronounce this. It's an inflatable twin bed that I bought on Amazon. Literally, it showed up yesterday, and I'm gonna try it out for the first time. We have a queen size inflatable bed that we've used before. I didn't need that for this trip, so I purchased a twin size, and I'll do a separate video on that at some point. Here's a cooler with some beer and water. Again, just me, so we didn't bring the 12-volt cooler. It's about 84 degrees right now, and it's gonna get down into the 60s at night, maybe the 50s, but I brought a fan just to be safe. We have clip-on fans that we hang up in the Go, but I thought since it's just me, I'll throw that in since I had room. I remember the sleeping bag. That's a good thing. And I have multiple lawn chairs. Why did I bring 3? Well, because I'm at the game tomorrow and I'll be hanging out with my son and his wife. So I will take this car there and we will have our lawn chairs for the game, but I'll just need one here. What else did I have? I brought the knee pad. I probably will need it putting in stakes in the GOzeebo. If I don't use it, that's fine. Brought a Ryobi flashlight. You never can be without a flashlight. I've got the GCI table, never leave home without it. That's a great table to have, takes up hardly any room. I brought the mat that covers, that goes underneath the GOzeebo so I can help protect the bottom of that. I almost forgot the poles to the gazebo. That would have not been good. But I have some friends in town, I could have stayed with them if I needed to. And there is the gazebo itself. That's a great tent. Somebody posted on one of the Sylvan Sport user groups on Facebook recently about a canopy. We used a canopy a few months ago camping, and we put the Dynamax in there and kind of made that our kitchen area. And that time of the year, the gnats or some kind of mayfly, we couldn't quite figure out what they were. I couldn't get video or photos of them, but they were literally so thick, it was like there was a wall of dust as you looked towards them. And we went on a bike ride, came back, we're gonna cook some food on the Blackstone, and those gnats, or whatever they were so thick that we jumped in the car, went to a restaurant that was a couple miles away from where we were camping. So the canopy worked great, it was easy to set up, but I'm gonna love having the screened in access of the GOzeebo, and of course I'm sleeping in it, so it's my tent for the night. And I did remember stakes, that's a good thing. And I brought some lights to put up. So mainly tonight, once I get set up, I'm gonna go into town, have some dinner, some drinks with some friends. There are some pub crawl bands with the marching band that I'll see. But since it's just me, I'm not cooking anything, so that saved a lot of space. I didn't have to bring the Blackstone, I didn't have to bring propane. I kind of wanted to bring the little propane campfire, but again, it's pretty big. in diameter, and I'd have to bring propane. So I'm gonna be without a campfire tonight, which I'm a little bummed about, but that's the way it is. And you know, I've never talked about this in a video, but I will at some point because this is important. I know, it's one of those awkward things to talk about. I realized early on that in the middle of the night, I didn't want to get out of the Go, put on some shoes, go to the bathhouse, or go to our potty tent that we have set up when both of us are camping. And so I bought one of these things. So when I get up in the middle of the night, I never leave the Go. Do my thing, put the lid back on, set it down. Do my thing, and at my age, that's multiple times a night. Don't laugh, you'll get there someday. But if you don't have one of these, if you've never used one, highly recommended. And if I could figure out a way to tactfully make a video about that at some point, I'll do it. That might be it. Let's see. The last thing I have is this Ryobi blower. This is great for cleaning out the GOzeebo before I fold it up. So I'm just gonna leave that in the car since I don't need that. And that is pretty much it. Now in the back seat, I have my overnight, my change of clothes and a blanket and a couple of pillows that I'll use with the sleeping bag. I don't need to get those out. But I'm gonna set up a time lapse and let's watch setting up the GOzeebo. And when I come back, I'll tell you how long it took to set it up by myself. Okay, so I have to laugh. Evidently the time lapse was blurry, so let me check this screen. This doesn't look blurry. I don't know why the time lapse was blurry, but I can tell you I started at 4:09. It turned to 4:10 right when I put the phone down, and I was done at 4:27. So what is that? 17 minutes from the time I started recording, hadn't touched a thing, till the time I had it all set up and blew out the inside and I'm ready to set up the inside. So one person job setting up the GOzeebo in less than 20 minutes. And I did not work fast. I was hoping to not break out a sweat, but it's in the lower 80s and I am sweating a little bit. A couple things I want to mention. The ground mat that we put under the GOzeebo is worth every penny. It was only like 30 or 40 bucks. I'll find the link to the product we bought and put it in the description. I know Sylvan Sport also makes one, but we bought our own off Amazon. I don't even know what brand it is, but the link will be in the description. We put carabiner clips on that, and so we can just lay it out, spread the GOzeebo out, and once everything is laid out, we clip those carabiner clips into the GOzeebo so it's all one piece. Last time we camped and I set this up by myself, I got it set up and we were connecting it to the Go with the breezeway and the awning. And it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's not heavy by any means. It's just awkward because you can't pick the whole tent up and move it like you can if there were 2 or 3 of you. But I was able to move the GOzeebo where it needed to be to connect the breezeway and get it in place. And it's because ground mat stayed in place the whole time because we used the carabiner clips to connect it to the GOzeebo. So that's a tip if you're not doing that. Also, I don't know, but I hope that the GOzeebo is being shipped now, if you buy one, with the new connector kit. I believe we were the first ones to try the connector kit and give our feedback to Sylvan Sport. It's a game changer. We literally only set it up once without those, but with this connector kit, it's super easy to pull those poles up and put them in the grommets of the straps. You do that in all 4 corners with 8 points, and it's super easy. So I would highly recommend, if you have an older GOzeebo or if they're not shipping with those now, purchase that connector kit because it's invaluable. The other thing that I always struggle with is putting these top 2 bars on. Getting one of them isn't difficult, but the second one, as these things are used, they will start to develop a bend. Not only the top 2 poles, the black ones, but the gold ones as well. And that's normal, but one of these top poles has such a sharp bend in it that I just can't get it to pop up unless I get it all connected. And usually what I'll do is have one of the corner poles loosened so I can get it lower. Then I'll connect it, and then inside it's kind of popped down, and I just come in and push that thing up hard, and it's in place. Again, not difficult. I'm not sure Sherry could do this, and I'm not making a short person joke. I'm not sure she's tall enough to do that. And I think some of you on some of the Facebook pages have mentioned that you'll use a broomstick or something to pop that up. Again, it's not a difficult thing to do, but you got to be tall enough to pop that thing up in the air. Before I set up the inside, I'm going to show you something that I forgot. If you've seen some of our other videos, how we're using the Craftsman toolboxes, and we have one of those boxes that's all power and some lights and some other electrical type things. But I'm using this backpack, this OGO sport backpack that has a kind of a rubbery tire-like bottom on it. I've got one battery pack there. I've got one light. I've got a couple more lights. These are really cool if you don't have these LED rope lights. You can see that there, and I forgot how long they go, but I'll put a link to these in the description. They're like 17 bucks on Amazon. They're rechargeable, which I like about it. I don't need a battery pack to run these. They will last all night. I'm gonna try one tomorrow night and see how long it lasts. A koozie, don't leave home without a koozie. And then the Blue Eddy battery pack. I have a smaller battery pack, an Anchor, that I really like, that I was initially gonna bring because I thought I just need to charge my phone, but I need this and these outlets to inflate the air mattress. So I brought the Blue Eddy, and it'll work all weekend. Didn't even bring the solar because it won't use that much power. So let's dive in and I'll show you how to get the inside of this thing set up. This is gonna work great. Now, again, I miss Sherry. I wish she was here. There would be much more laughing, maybe a little more cussing, a lot of high fives, a lot of that was inappropriate to say kind of things. But she's not here, so I'm solo. And check this out. The GOzeebo is perfect for tent camping. And a couple things that I really like about it is that all four sides open up. Now I've got that side opened up, that's facing the west. I'll open up these inside panels to get air coming in. I already got that going, but it might get down to the 50s tonight, so it'll be nice and cozy. But check this out. This weird name, whatever it's called, link in the description, twin air mattress is a good size. It looks to be the right height. I guess I could lay down in it and show you. I haven't done that yet. Let's hope it doesn't explode. Check that out. I am 6'1", 240. I can get up. It's a decent height. And I got my little, what I call my Oshkosh chair. By the way, I did a review of different chairs when I was in Oshkosh, and I got this thing, and I'm telling you, this might be one of the best lawn chairs, camping chairs I've ever purchased. I'll try and find it, put a link in the description, but I use it for photography if I'm shooting soccer or a sport where I can sit, but I need to be fairly low, and it's a great height to do that. And I love using it in the camper like this. So you can see over here, I've got the Blue Eddy set up. I'm gonna charge my phone overnight. If I need to inflate the mattress again, power's right there on the table. I've got my clothes bag right here. So this will be kind of the side where I'll change clothes for the game tomorrow and to go out tonight. The bed here, the fan's there. I've got a chair outside, so when I get back this evening, I can enjoy the cool fall air. I don't know what more to say. Have you used the GOzeebo for camping by itself? If you did, leave a comment below and tell us how you liked it. Or if you didn't like it, tell us that too. Again, set it up in less than 20 minutes, one person. Bit of a challenge, but it's definitely doable. And I love that all four sides will open and close, rather than most tents that have one opening. So, what do we do now? Here's what we do. Pop open a cold one. Cheers. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below. We appreciate all your comments and people who are watching the videos. Happy camping, go Cats, and go band. We'll see you in the next video. it.